Hello everyone, welcome to this very special episode of Beyond the Barclay, bonus episode some might say, as we celebrate our 50th episode, which went out on Thursday. Morgan, tell us more.
Yeah, so our 50th episode was with Totally, a chap who goes by the moniker of Totally Tetty.
Yes.
He was an absolute fantastic guest, really fun. But it's, it's 50th episode, a testament to the work that I guess that everyone's done.
Yeah.
Not just us two talking nonsense and gabbling off on this Podbean, on this platform, but also to Oliver, to Killian, to AD, to Ben, to anyone who's kind of helped us get to this stage. Yourself included as well, for having me as a cretin involved in this. So yeah, we've done pretty well, I'd say.
Well, it's funny because this morning I went back to the scene of the crime of the 50th episode to watch the planes at Luton Airport with my darling son Eddie, who turns 4 in about 2 or 3 weeks' time now, which seems like madness, but. Yeah, I mean, sort of a personal level, thank you to him and my long-suffering wife Fiona.
I was about to say long-suffering.
For putting up with my. I was going to use the word BS, but perhaps I should keep it clean. Obsession, I guess, is probably a better word. Yeah, of following this fine football club, and I echo your sentiments. All of the above. Yourself. First and foremost for agreeing to come on and be my stunt double, as well as
like a stunt waiter.
Yeah, as well as Killian and Oliver and AD as well for all their hard work with the podcast, and not forgetting Mr. Glaysher, the cameraman. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the pit at Carrow Road in the ladies' game.
Yeah, thrown into the pit.
So I think that might be quite a good time to suggest. Sorry, 1 second. It might be quite a good time to talk about perhaps some of the future podcasts we've got coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. I also, before we continue, just want to say a big thanks to Alex Beadnell at Norwich City Football Club, who is the head of women's media. She's been an absolute hero, and really just thanks so much if you're listening to this for helping us out and getting us down the right channels and allowing us to be the fools that we've been so far with the club. So again, just a massive thank you to her and to her team and anyone who's sort of involved in that side of things. In terms of what we've got to look forward to in the near future, I guess if anyone listening, we will be moving away. Well, moving away is the wrong word, but moving on to a more video format, where we'll still be doing the pod, but it'll be in a visual form, because I think people want to see our faces. No, they don't. But we've had a good run with our audio stuff, don't you think? But I think now,
I think so.
We want to move on to something a little bit more steady, I think. So yeah, and then we've got a few little videos that we're gonna release over the summer. And hopefully involving On the Stall City, the memorabilia store in the heart of the city of Norwich City. Super fan Billy Piper in his amazing
Billy
show.
Pointer. Billy Piper. Billy Piper's someone else, mate.
Billy Pointer.
Billy Piper.
That's the singer and actress, Billy Piper.
That's staying in.
Might or might not be a football fan.
Or a Norwich fan. I'd love it if she was.
Oh yeah, get her on. So Billy Pointer's match worn shirt collection.
And
Billy also and a visit to Duncan's club to see all the hard work that those people do for Duncan's club. So a couple of videos that hopefully we'll get out over the summer, as well as something new in terms of, obviously we do Beyond the South stand as well. We can't forget about that. So for those uninitiated, Beyond the South stand is where we talk to fans of opposing teams coming to visit Carrow Road about their fandom and their experiences. But we're going to take a different turn with it and maybe just go off script with a few of fans of teams that have been promoted, say from the conference into League Two, into League One, and so on and so forth, and also those who have been lucky enough to get into the Champions League. So something for everyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, on that note, we've got Albin Malenko tomorrow, the Sunderland fan. That's going to be out late tomorrow evening. We're doing a late recording of that just due to availability. So that's actually going to be going out relatively late Sunday evening. But we've also got on Monday, Roddy Moulton. So you mentioned there the Duncan's Club, which is a fantastic initiative that Norwich City and the Norwich City Community Sports Foundation run for people that are living with dementia, and it's a real support to those fans to sort of relive their memories, I guess, and really help in that process. And Ronnie Moulton, who is a lead of that project, is actually going to come on and talk to us on Monday. I'm really excited about that episode.
Yeah, it's a fantastic initiative, and also it's testament to all the work that the CSF do. We've just recently won that award for the best community outreach in the championship, which is, again, everyone who's pulled into that and everyone who's worked on that should give themselves a little pat on the back, because it is something we've talked about many times on this podcast, is how I've got goosebumps actually, you can't see it, but like how integral the club is to the community, and how extra special it feels to be kind of talking about this and putting this stuff out there, and obviously how much it means to everyone in the area, and actually, we say in the area, but worldwide. You can't forget that. And sometimes I just think about Norfolk, but it's the incredible outreach that we have over the world and everything.
That's the biggest thing for me, Morgan, is the fact that we're reaching far and wide with this podcast. And I started it with I guess in a very sort of, I don't want to use the word selfish, but for me, living out the county, it was always an opportunity for me to talk to fans and keep connected, I guess. And I'm pleased that we get some really nice comments from fans, and David Spud Thornhill messaged me the other day and thank you for your words, David, if you're listening, and said he really enjoys the content, and I think it's I feel it's of real benefit not only to myself, and that's quite a selfish way of looking at it, but to a lot. I hope it is to a lot of other people, and if we've helped one fan along the way, that's good. That's good for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's Eddie.
Eddie's in the background. He's just had his ice cream. Hopefully Fiona doesn't listen to this, because that was a secret ice cream.
Well, I think if she's listening to a Canary podcast as an Arsenal fan, she probably has something slightly up with her. So I think you'll be okay.
She's used to the hijinks about Arsenal TV.
Yeah,
she's used to. Yeah.
Hijinks indeed. But yeah, I agree. It's definitely something that I didn't think. Without being rude, I just didn't think it would. Well, it's been a real pleasure to be involved in this, and has also got me through some tough times as well, believe it or not. But it's been, from last September, it's been interesting to see how things have progressed, really. I don't want to use the word journey because it gets used too much, but to see how things have opened up for yourself and where you've gone with it, and the amount of work that you put in, because you put in a lot of effort. And it, don't, anyone listening to this, don't think that that putting out stuff is easy as going, I'm going to just do this, because it takes, it does take a lot of work, hard work,
Yeah.
I'm not blowing our own trumpet, but it does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of time. It does take a lot of energy. But it is ultimately getting to talk to these people is what makes this the most fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Completely
Talking to people far and wide from all different kinds of opinions, walks of life. It's what makes this what it is.
No, definitely. I'm going to put this out within the next hour or so, Morgan. So let's have before we finish, let's have a prediction for today's game. We're away to Plymouth. Our correspondent, Killian O'Grady, is on the scene. He's been on the scene for a couple of days and scoped out the hotel where the players were staying last night. Thanks for that, Killian.
Yeah, thank you, Killian, if you're listening.
Just
prediction.
Well,
I hope it isn't as bad as what it was like a few seasons ago where we lost it.
Last season, mate, I was there.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it was. Luckily, my friends was at university in Plymouth, so we actually made a weekend of it. But it was, it wasn't a great experience. But sorry, carry
on. I would like to think that we've got a little bit more in about us not to fall down that route. So I want to say, I'm going to go for 3-1 Norwich.
I think it'll be closer than that. I think it'll be 2-1. Plymouth's a really tough place to go for obvious reasons. So yeah, I'm going with 2-1. Sargent and Signs will be my prediction.
Yeah,
but looking forward to it. Looking forward.
Yeah, I'd probably say Cernak and Sargent. And if I'm saying 3-1, then I have to add another one. So maybe 2 from Josh, 1 from Cernak.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Well, thanks once again, Morgan. And I know it's been a bit impromptu, a bit of a quick episode, but we just really want to acknowledge and thank everyone for listening. And
50th.
Yeah. Let's hit 100 before the end of the year, probably. The way we go.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, thanks once again, everyone, and look forward to speaking to everyone very soon.
Yeah. You take care.
You too. Have a wonderful day in this wonderful sunshine that we're currently getting.
I know, it's our summer.
Yeah.
I've been Jez Davies.
I've been Morgan Hewitt.
No one else is on this, so that's it.
That's it, yeah. Thanks, everyone.
That's it for this episode of Beyond the Barclay. Thanks so much for listening. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform and leave a review if you enjoyed the show. You can also catch all our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And if you've got any questions, stories, or topics you'd like us to cover, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, on the ball, City.